unless it is provided by the Constitution, there shall be no discrimination against citizens on the grounds of these 5 characteristics. My name is Louis Liaw. I'm an employment lawyer and a principal at Louis Liaw Chambers. First thing that you need to understand is that under our federal constitution, our Perlembagaan Persekutuan, which is the highest law of the country, the supreme law of the country that says all kinds of laws that is being made in Malaysia cannot be in conflict of the provisions or articles in the federal constitution. That is basically the general framework or even identity of Malaysia. We must follow the federal constitution. Now, under Article 8 of the federal constitution, it says very clearly this. Article 8.1, all persons are equal before the law and entitled to the equal protection of the law. Ultimately, the idea that our founding fathers had, the identity that Malaysia has, includes this, which is that all persons are equal before the law and are entitled to the equal protection of the law. That is the general principle. So if there is any law that is in breach of this principle, that creates a situation where a certain people is not protected by the law, certain people is extra protected by the law, those kind of laws could be seen as unconstitutional. However, this principle is only a general principle. There can be exceptions to it. Or rather, you could say that this protection against discrimination, this equality protection, is not absolute. There is no exceptions to it at all. So what is the exception is actually stated also in Article 8. But let us go to Article 8.2 first, which is a further explanation on Article 8.1. Article 8.2 says this: except as expressly authorized by this Constitution, there shall be no discrimination against citizens on the grounds only of religion, race, descent, place of birth, or gender in any law or in the appointment to any office or employment under a public authority or in the administration of any law relating to the acquisition, holding, or disposition of property or the establishing or carry on of any trade, business, profession, vocation, or employment. So, in other words, the Constitution says that, number one, every person is equal before the law. Article 8.2 says that unless it is specifically allowed by this Constitution, the Constitution says, okay, on this thing, there can be preference to a certain race. Or on this thing, there can be a special preference to a certain class of people. Unless it is provided by the Constitution, there shall be no discrimination against citizens on the grounds of religion, race, descent, place of birth, or gender. These 5 characteristics. So there can be discrimination on other grounds. For example, discrimination from working class or income. So if you are poorer, you get preferential treatment, you get preferential support. But if you are richer, you get less support or you get taxed more. You can say that it is discrimination. Oh, I'm Malaysian citizen, he gets more. I'm also Malaysian citizen, but I get less. There's discrimination. But it can be allowed because it is not under the 5 protected characteristics. It is not under religion, race, descent, place of birth, or gender. It is discrimination based on income group, based on classes. So you're middle class, B40, M40, T20, so it is different. So those grounds are not these 5 grounds. There can be discrimination. Now, for these 5 grounds, there still can be discrimination provided it's expressly authorized by the Constitution. The Constitution specifically says this certain race has special privileges or special rights. For example, we can see from Bumiputra rights. It's specifically allowed in the Constitution that Bumiputra have the rights. So you want to say discrimination? Well, not in the legal context because it is specifically allowed by the Constitution. That is the general principle that you need to understand. Thank you for watching our video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, please drop it a like, and if you're feeling generous, please also subscribe to our channel so that you can watch further videos on employment topics in the future. If you have any legal issues at all, please feel free to drop us a WhatsApp or drop me an email. We will be sure to attend to you. Thank you and take care.